All right, Corey Vincent here, Video Game Bang, along with my friend and co-host, Mr. David Webb, and we are at the Hilton in the Sapphire Lounge. Is that where we're at?
Sapphire Lounge?
I don't know.
I think it's
Sounds
the
like
Alpha
a strip
Sapphire
club.
Lounge.
The Alpha Strip? Yeah, that sounds like a strip club of dogs. That's what that sounds like.
Yeah.
So we are on a break. We had an amazing, incredible day one, and so we're going to recap how day one has gone for us. So we got here on preview night. Luckily, we did fly Southwest and had no issues.
Because we left so early.
It's kind of been the story of the convention. Like, you're hearing these nightmare stories from everyone who decided to fly Southwest. Luckily, we flew out at the butt crack of dawn. We were on the plane at 5 a.m.
Yeah.
And got here, no incident. We had a lot of time to kill before the convention.
We did. We had a lot of time to kill. The one incident we did run into, though, is our flight was, like, somewhat delayed in landing.
Yeah, we ended up going into Mexico, Mexican airspace, because our flight didn't, stop, which is scary. Like, it was like we started going down, descending like you would normally on an airplane, and then all of a sudden it's like he made a terrible mistake, and, like, we went straight back up into the air. You hear the motor kick on, it's like, whoa, we got to boost out of this situation.
It was almost like he came in because it was cloudy. We broke through the clouds, and it was almost like he was like, "Oh crap, that's I-5," and then just like pulled up.
So we did get back safe. We're staying at the Best Western. Been using Lyft to get back in and out of the convention center. So preview pretty uneventful.
Yeah, we did a lot of wandering around, just kind of
Pokemon hunting,
mapping where things were.
Yeah. The Pokemon game here is on point. Like, there is Poke Centers everywhere.
And there's businesses that have Poke Centers at them, and they're like, come on in, there's Pokemon here. There's free drinks.
What did the sign say? It was like, okay, there's a Clinton running for president, and everybody's playing Pokemon. What year is it again?
Yeah, it was like this Irish pub had the sign out front. It was hilarious.
That's the one thing we did, because so preview night was my birthday, and so we went out to McFadden's, which was a karaoke bar. Hung out there for a little while. It was interesting. The vibe around here is very nerdy. Like, everything. All the stores, everything was geek related. In between songs, they were showing, like, parody music videos for Comic-Con.
Yeah.
What else did we do? Did we do anything else?
I think that was it. I think after that, on preview night, we called it because we wanted to get a good start the next day.
And then the next day, day one, did you have any good appointments, Webb?
Yeah, day one, my first appointment was VR experience with Samsung and Suicide Squad.
Ooh, how did that go?
That was a blast. We got in there, and the whole setup was like you were in Belle Reve. And when you first walked in, they had their Samsung 360 camera right there. So it was me and John, editor-in-chief at Nerd Reactor, and Mark, who's a writer with Nerd Reactor. The three of us were there, and we did this cool picture in the jail cell. And
so you said you were more hyped for this movie now because of
I'm
this
actually
experience.
more hyped just because the vibe was cool, and then we got to see one of the coolest things about it was we saw a scene from the movie. If in the trailer, it's their office building fight scene, and it's kind of brief in the trailer, but we got to see it in VR. And it was like we were in the middle of the room, and so we saw the whole fight scene like unfold, and it's a dope fight scene.
The one thing we also got to do, my timeline's all screwed up. I can't remember if it was preview night or night one. You and I got to go check out the Game of Thrones Hall of Faces.
Yes,
that was really cool. So basically, you get to go in and become like a faceless man. You to get your picture taken with your eyes closed, and they put you up on that wall. If you guys watch the show, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And then we got to sit in the Iron Throne. We got like some free swag. We got to take pictures with Needle. There's actual wardrobe from the show on display there. That was a pretty cool thing too.
That was a cool thing, yeah. I'd say that's up there for me, like in terms of like what we've done so far and what I've liked the best. That's definitely up there.
So yesterday for me, the first appointment I had was Stern Pinball. And so I'm going to be posting the interview with Jody from Stern Pinball. And last year, the story of pinball was like they've been making money hand over fist. Pinball's making this huge like resurgence.
Yeah.
In the in the barcade scene, because
right.
barcades are such a thing now, and they like doubled the space of their facility, and things were looking up. I go back and things are still going good. They've got the upgraded facility, and what I found interesting about them is that I thought I'd ask a question about digital pinball.
Yeah.
And my expectation was that since they are the best at making analog, pinball machines, that they were going to be like, oh, that stuff's fake. This is the real thing. You can't match this.
Right.
It was not that. It was like, yeah, we're actually going to start utilizing some technology in our machines. So they're going to upgrade like to LCD displays.
Whoa.
They're like have an app coming now, so that like if you or I go to Coin Op and they have a Stern pinball machine, we can connect our phone to it and it'll keep track of our records.
Whoa.
We can unlock achievements, maybe
that's cool
ways to dress up the app for us.
Yeah.
Doing things like that. And then also they're working close with Oculus to make a VR pinball experience.
What?
So he compared it kind of like to the Netflix.
Okay.
How you sit in like a mansion and you're watching Netflix on a giant screen. It'd be like that. You're in an arcade and you can play some digital pinball. I think that's awesome that they are embracing it rather than rejecting it. Yeah.
Because so often there are companies like Pinball, for example, where it's an old school thing, and companies that reject technology end up dying out. And they're like, no, we're not going to die out. We're going to embrace it. We're going to incorporate it into what we've been doing all along and be stronger.
And what was cool is that at the end of the day, he did say 100% analog pinball, you can't match it.
Right.
Gravity is the ultimate X factor in pinball. You can't make an algorithm that'll simulate real life gravity.
Right.
I'm sure they could do a randomizer and do their best, but gravity is a pretty damn impressive thing, done by years of science and gods and whatever you want to say made it.
Isaac Newton.
Gilbert, the programmer, is not going to be able to recreate gravity. And then just the feeling of those analog paddles when you actuate those flippers, like you can't get that. So analog pinball is not going anywhere, but they got their hands in each basket and they're going to do it right. And
that's
the
cool.
Best. So I'm excited. I always love talking to Stern Pinball. There will be an article on Nerd Reactor for a full write up, and again I will post the actual interview I had with Jody. Did you have anything else yesterday?
So, second appointment I did with EA at Nerd HQ, which is another convention adjacent to Comic-Con.
Oh, and that's that guy.
Zachary
Chuck.
Levi.
Yeah, Zachary
Chuck.
Levi. You guys know him as Chuck. He does it every year. He has Nerd HQ, and it's his website.
Nerd Machine,
and then he does like a fundraiser for Nerd HQ. Did he do that?
Yeah, he did another fundraiser. This year it was to support like traumatically injured vets, so those who have lost legs and limbs and stuff like that. But yeah, so I got to go and play Battlefield 1 and Titanfall 2, which you and Aaron played at E3.
Yep.
And you guys came back and said that these were excellent games.
Absolutely glowing reviews from both myself and Sir Aaron Carter, which is rare.
And which is very rare. And I concur. Those games were freaking amazing.
They're good.
They're so good. And Battlefield, we got there and it was a lot of press that was in my group. And so we got there, we instantly, we're pressed, so we take out our phones and we start taking pictures. And like, no pictures. This is just alpha. And I'm playing it, and the whole time I'm thinking, this is alpha?
Yeah, for alpha, it's so good.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And then
they gypped you on the shirt, though, from what I heard.
They did. Titanfall. Yeah, I was talking to the guy at Xbox, running the Titanfall booth, and I was like, really talking him up, talking about how, Titanfall 2 looks so cool, and, and stuff like that. And then I made the pitch for the shirt. I've been watching Eddie, and I've been trying to learn his ways.
So Fast Eddie from the Filmlosophers has a reputation for just being a sneaky son bitch.
Yeah, he'll sit there and he will form a relationship with somebody in 30 seconds and walk away with free stuff.
It's the thing. I've explained it on their show once when I was a guest. I was like, Eddie, it's not like he does it necessarily for free stuff all the time. He just does it out of habit. Like it'll be just someone. It'll be a hobo on the street, and I'm like, you're not going to get nothing from that hobo, but he will invest in that hobo's life and know their name and their dog's name, and then the next time he sees that hobo in 3 years, he remembered it all.
Yeah.
He's a weirdo. Crazy. He's a freak of nature, but most of the time he uses it to give free shit.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I got gypped. He goes, no, we didn't bring any of those, but we're having them at Gamecom in Germany. You going to go to that? I was like, no.
That is a dope shirt. Like, that is one regret I have, because we went to E3, and Aaron and I collected all the swag we could, like bags of swag we took on the plane back home, and we gave seriously everything away. Like, I did not keep one T-shirt from E3 this year.
Yeah.
And that's the one I wish I could have got. The Titanfall shirt was so nice.
It's a cool and it's a good game.
And it's a good game.
I mean, I was just running around doing the zip thing from building to building.
Oh, yeah, the grapple hook.
Yeah, the grapple hook.
Every game could improve from a grapple hook.
So much fun.
Every game needs a grapple hook.
But yeah, it was good. Highly recommend it. Can't wait for it to come out. What about you? What do you have next?
So, I love where we're at right now, the Hilton. We are on the Sapphire area, and that is where they do the panels. But right upstairs from that is a press-only area called the Aqua Lounge. And you go up to the Aqua, and there's different meeting rooms, and there's different panel, like round table things. And I had to do one for Man in the High Castle, which is an Amazon show. Full disclosure, I have not watched it yet. It's one that I've had so many people tell me about. I kind of grabbed it because no one else in our they had no one to cover. There's too many conflicts, so I was like, I will take it and kind of go for that new guy perspective. I definitely left wanting to see that TV show.
Really?
From beyond the reviews I've already heard, just seeing the cast's chemistry, who's actually in it. I didn't even realize some of the actors because I just kind of blindly walked in. I got to actually have a conversation with I'm going to butcher. I don't know his name, but he played Shang Tsung in Mortal Kombat.
Okay.
So the original one, your soul is mine. And that's what I said to him. Like, the first thing, I was starstruck when he sat to our table. I was like, dude, like, I will forever have that scene burned into my mind because it terrified me as a kid.
My soul was yours.
It was. It could have. And he talked about how, the good times and how he's played a villain so much. He's kind of felt maybe a little typecast. But now in Man in the High Castle, he gets to play a hero-type character, a good guy. And he says he's gone completely full circle now from your soul is mine to my soul is yours. Which is, I'm like, that's going to be, like, the title of your book.
Yeah.
Or that's going to be the title of my article, for sure.
Oh, yeah.
Because it's like, that was gold right there.
Well, he collected so many souls that he has plenty to give away.
Yeah, he has plenty.
He's fine.
He's got enough. He's got a back catalog.
Yeah.
So, got to meet him. Do you remember the new guy?
Yeah.
I met him.
He has not changed.
No,
he looks
not.
The same.
He looks like a 16-year-old boy.
Yeah.
With like a beard. I had a lot of fun. The thing about that I found at Comic-Con, especially when you're doing these media events, is you don't know who you're going to meet. Like, when you're in these areas, you're behind the the red tape or whatever. Basically, think of it this way: take every actor you've ever seen in your entire life.
Okay.
You know, whether they were big time, small, you loved them, you hate them, it doesn't matter. Put them in a barrel and just shake them all up and roll them out on the table.
I feel like this is human cruelty.
It's kind of like human Yahtzee.
Human Yahtzee. Yahtzee.
Speaking of Yahtzee, just a complete roll of the dice. You never know who you're going to see here.
Yeah.
And get your picture with. Like, I am a big fan of the guy, Max Landis.
Like, oh, yeah.
I love his YouTube videos. He's so passionate when he speaks about things. I loved his show, YouTube documentary, Wrestling Isn't Wrestling. And I'm up there with Eddie helping him set up some audio equipment. And then from behind me, I hear like Max Landis talking about something very passionately.
Right.
And it's just like, I was like, holy shit, that's Max Landis. And he's like Max Landising.
He's Max Landising the crap right now.
And it turns out he was like doing some sort of pitch to some TV executive. And after he was done, I went up to him and I was like, dude, I'm a fan. Can I get a picture? Took a picture with him. And, I'm kind of like, wow, that's kind of really cool. And I'm walking back, and then I see my next little starstruck moment with his name is Theo Rossi from Sons of Anarchy.
Oh, yeah, okay.
He played a character named Juice, who was like a fan favorite at the beginning and then goes through some stuff, and then you end up like hating him at the end. A phenomenal actor.
Yeah.
He's up there for Luke Cage.
Okay.
And he was early, and I didn't want to bug him, and then I saw someone else do it. And I was like, oh, Pandora's box is open. Done. I'm getting my picture with him. Got to talk to him, shake his hand. Super cool guy. But yeah, I never guessed he would have been there. He would have been the one I've seen. Same thing with DJ from New Guy. I had no idea I would ever see him. And I told him that too. I was like, dude, because he plays a pretty serious role in Man in the High Castle.
Okay.
So I was thinking, like, my question was, when you take such serious roles, does it ever make you just want to, like, relax and go do New Guy 2? And he I don't know if he appreciated the question as much as I appreciated asking it. He gave me a little cross look, and then he was like, never in my life would I ever do another New Guy. Like,
oh, man. Hopes are being slashed across America right now.
I had to make it up because I was like, no, I wasn't making fun of you. Like, dude, like, I was the target demographic when that movie came out.
Yeah.
I was the right age. I saw it, like, in the theater.
Yeah.
Things from that movie stuck with me, like, walk up to the biggest guy and punch him in the face.
Right.
Like, we all remember those things.
Yeah.
And then he softened up a little bit and then kind of understood. And, he was like, what did he say? It was his generation's, some 80s movie. I can't remember. But he said it was super cheap to make. It was a terrible movie, but it got played a lot on television.
Yeah.
And super cool guy. I really, really appreciated meeting him. That was the stars I got to meet. And then what did you do after that?
So my last one was a roundtable with Comedy Central, and I interviewed some of the guys from a new show coming out called Legends of Chamberlain Heights. It's a animated series slated to come out September 14th. It's premiering after the season 20 premiere of South Park.
Okay.
And it's done by a guy, producer Brad Abelman. I think I just butchered his name, but I'm going to roll with it. He came from Simpsons. He worked on The Simpsons for years, and he wanted to do his own thing. So him and one of this other producers were watching YouTube, and they came across this video that was a spoof of, remember those Nike commercials where it's a puppet LeBron James and a puppet Kobe? Yeah. And like they were like living together for some reason. So these two guys, Josiah
Johnson?
Josiah Johnson
and Quinn
Hawking.
Yeah.
Thank you. They did a voiceover, redid the commercial, and they just made it like super racist, super dirty, like messed up. Nice. And so Brad saw it. He goes, "We gotta make a cartoon with these guys." And they pitched it to Comedy Central, and they pretty much bought it there in the room.
Nice.
And now I can say it because the embargo's over. But their season 1 hasn't even aired yet, and they already have season 2 bought.
Good.
So it's already 2 seasons.
Yeah, I'm looking at these people. I don't recognize them from anything, but I have a feeling that's going to change very soon.
Yeah, Josiah and Quinn, they're like brand new. I mean, they worked behind the scenes at like NFL Network and Fox Sports, and kind of doing video editing and stuff like that. And then they went on to make their own videos based on the knowledge they learned there. And then, I mean, it's another YouTube, YouTube start making it story.
That's awesome.
So,
the last thing I got to do was the Fandom Diversified panel. I got to do that one thanks to a friend of ours in Northern California named Valerie Complex. She writes for like Nerdist. She writes for Geek and Sundry. She's a freelance. She writes for a lot of big companies. And she's a black girl, sets up a lot of diversity panels up and down California where they talk about diversity in fandoms, in media, and this one happened to be in press. And it was a great panel. There was, Twitch people up there. A writer for Forbes was up there.
Okay.
Dude's a 20-year vet of convention life. Like,
yeah.
These people knew what they were doing. Pretty much filled the room and just really kind of cut through a lot of like pretty deep issues that we find going on in like nerd media, nerd culture, and it was pretty eye-opening. Honestly, I was really honored to be on the panel. Some of the things we talked about was like responsibility online.
Yeah.
Like don't say nothing to people you wouldn't say to their face. Or don't send dick pics to people that you wouldn't flash on the street.
Exactly. I mean, we've never experienced negativity on the show.
Yeah.
I mean,
at all.
It's always been just pristine, gentlemanliness.
Yeah. Yeah, we've never had any issues with trolls.
I'm sure it was hard for you to come up with examples.
It was super difficult. And one of the things I mentioned is that, at least every other stream that we do on Twitch, for me, they'll come on and they'll make like a fat joke, or, they'll make fun of my hairline or something like that, which my hairline's fine. I mean, my hairline is totally fine for a person my age.
Is it, though?
It is.
Okay.
And, but Aaron, he gets the racist stuff every single time. The other people on the panel, just to give them a shout out, was, I don't know how to say her name, Amethyst Leon. She's a Twitch streamer.
Okay.
Who I think she'll do our show pretty soon. Jamie Broadnax. She's like a blogger, editor.
Sounds like a Warcraft character.
I think it is.
Yeah?
Yeah. Jen Yamato and Rob Salkowitz. So a very diverse panel it was, and I was honored to be a part of it. Now that's one more little checkbox on VGB accomplishments.
Yeah, it's pretty awesome.
One that Aaron is going to be able to tick off the box, I think, on Saturday or Sunday.
One of those days.
One of those days.
One of the weekend days.
Yeah, one of the weekend days, Aaron Carter will be doing a panel with our favorite Janice Davis.
Yeah.
Who I haven't seen yet. Who have you ran into people? We saw Sean Long.
So, yeah, we went and hung out with Sean Long last night.
Yep, Sean Long and Carla Von Guetta.
And Carla Van War. And, I ran briefly into Black Nerd Comedy.
Okay.
Andre. Cool. But it was just real quick in passing. And that's it. Most of the people that we know, this place is huge.
Yeah.
So we could be in the convention center together, but be on the opposite side, so we would never know it.
Exactly. Well, I think that's going to do it for our day one recap. Expect another one either later tonight or tomorrow when we talk about our day two adventures. Thank you guys for all the support and helping us get to the hotel. For those of you who participated in our 24-hour Twitch stream. Do you have anything else we need to plug, Webb?
No, just stay tuned for more catch-ups. Make sure to follow us on Twitter and Facebook. We'll be posting things. Instagram, we'll be posting things. And just kind of follow us along. Live life vicariously through us. Yeah, send us messages of things you want us to do. You want us to spit off of the top of the Hilton? We'll live stream it. Yep. All right, so nothing else. Thank you guys all so much, and you've just been banged.